Hi, this is Terry Butcher. Watch my latest update on Hibernian TV.
Terry, can we kick off by just getting your reaction to the Scottish Cup draw which took place on Monday? Your thoughts on Raith Rovers at home in the fifth round?
Yes, we're delighted to be there. Great win at Ross County, so we've earned the right to be in the next round, and a home draw is something that we really wanted as well. But Raith Rovers just across the water. They're a side that is going very well in the Championship. We actually played them pre-season for Cali Thistle. In Fife, and I think they were 2-0 up in the first half, and no, 2-1 up I think it was, just absolutely murdered us in the first half. So we came back well in the second and got a 2-2 draw, but that was not a pre-season. That was our only sort of blemish on the pre-season, and sort of only blemish when it came to a good few matches into the Premiership after that. But they're a side that is very well organised, a side that has some good players in it, one of which is our players. Callum Booth plays for them, although he won't be playing in the cup tie, of course. But no, it's they're a useful unit. But we're at home, and it's not until the 8th or 9th of February anyway. So we'll obviously be looking at the January transfer window to get 1 or 2 in if we can. We'll also have a lot of Premiership matches to play before then. So it'll be a different team, and hopefully a stronger and better team that faces Raith Rovers in the next round of the cup.
One of the major talking points from Saturday's win up in Dingwall was Paul Kenny's red card. Now, in reflection, having studied the video footage of it, Terry, what's your take on the incident? Well,
I thought Paul was very unlucky. I mean, it's a great mazy run through the middle of their defence, and Mark Brown's come out very quickly, feet first, and I think Paul's nudged the ball past him, and Mark's got a slight touch to the ball. And then his legs have caught Paul. Paul's got a gash on his shin. I don't think that the referee's interpretation was necessarily correct. In my opinion, there was contact, and if anything, it was a corner because Mark Brown had played the ball. But the referee deemed it to be simulation, and I thought that was very, very harsh. In fact, the players, when we talked about the game itself, to move on from Saturday's match, the players were sort of said, well, what we didn't do well was keep 11 players on the pitch, and that's a fact. So it wasn't any dig at Paul or the referee or anything else. It was a fact that what we can't afford to do is go down to 10 men on many occasions, because that could result in us losing the match or any match. So we've got to be more disciplined and make sure that with the first incident, with the first yellow card that Paul gets, that's avoidable. So we don't put ourselves in a position where we can get those yellow cards. So yeah, there's got to be a little more discipline, a little bit more intelligence from the players to deny or stop referees giving yellow cards like that. But when you're in the heat of the battle, it's different sometimes. And many times I've been booked in the past with dissent and chatting back and doing things I shouldn't be doing. So if we're a little bit more disciplined and more professional and more concentrated, then that situation doesn't arise again.
Is it a regular occurrence, the post-match debrief on a Monday morning, where you kind of analyse the areas that you can improve upon?
Yeah, we do. We look at that. We look at what we've done well, what we can improve on, what we didn't do well. And generally, the column of what we did well, you want it to be nice and long, and lots of things on there. And the boys come up and write on the board and say what they do, and say what we did well. We pressed well. We scored. We won the game. We put lots of crosses in the box. All these kinds of things as well, which is good. They're the things that we try and work on during the training and try and improve on in the training as well. But it requires honesty from the players. I think if you've got that honest debrief and that honest opinion from the players, that means a hell of a lot more. And it comes from them. It's not me telling them. So I don't think if you're told things and told things and told things, sometimes you switch off. I've done that in school many years ago, and when managers and coaches have told me things, I've sometimes you do. But if you're asking them and you're teaching them, that's a different story. It's how you do it. But if it comes from the players and it's emotional, it's their own words, their own writing, it's their own opinion, and it means a hell of a lot more than if it just comes from me. So we get honesty and transparency from the players, which I think is critical if we want to close the game off and then move forward to the Partick Thistle match and to any other matches after that.
To what extent do you feel that helps with on-field decision making then, because you can only do so much on the training pitch throughout the week. Once they cross the white line, it's down to the players, isn't it?
Yeah, but when they talk about these things and they write them down, and we keep on about it all the week, and I ask them before the games, what do we need to do today? What do we have to do today? What do we want to do today? Then it comes from them. They'll say it themselves. And if you just keep embedding it and keep repetition and keep on going there in terms of, well, this is what we want to do. This is what we do. This is what we do. Then it becomes second nature, and it becomes like a mantra to them that this is what we do. And they're not robots, but they have, when they're on the ball in the wider areas, they know then, like the Kearneys and Lewis Stevensons and the fullbacks, it's going to be a cross coming in. Whatever way we do it, left foot, right foot, there's going to be a cross coming in. Our objective is to stop the crosses from a defensive point of view, but from an offensive point of view, it's about getting crosses in the box. The more crosses we can put into the box, the better it is. And in fact, our goal came from a cross from the left-hand side. Gets played out. Liam Craig wins a brilliant tackle, passes a great ball to Danny Handling, great first touch, great finish, and that comes from a cross in the box. So, it's about repetition then all the time. But the players have got to want to do that, and have got to take it on board. And they're doing that incredibly well. Their intelligence is very high. They're like sponges at the moment. You're feeding them information, you're giving them this, giving them that detail, and they're taking it on board. And there's a real willingness. And if you've got that willingness, you've got a right good chance.
Another talking point, obviously, was Ross Caldwell's reaction to being substituted. How have you dealt with that in the aftermath?
Yeah, it's all dealt with now. It's all in the past, and Ross has apologised, and we had a very good chat, sat down and talked about a lot of things, and he's a lovely boy, and I've always wanted him to have a future here. I said that after the game. It's one of those things that happened. He's frustrated, we understand that. The reaction wasn't good, but it's over with now. It's been dealt with. Like I say, he's apologised. He's trained very well with the players. Players have no problem. I have no problem. Ross Caldwell has no problem. And now we're looking forward. And that's the only way to go about these things. Sometimes they happen. Sometimes they happen for a purpose. But we move on and say, right, that doesn't happen again. Sometimes it's not ideal, but it's how you deal with it and how you react to it. And we've all reacted positively, and we're all moving forward together, which is the main thing.
Kevin Thompson's obviously been absent from the starting lineup, from the squad. What's the extent of his injury?
Yes, he's got a hip flexor injury, which is right at the top of your thigh. It's just one of those ones that he just tweaked it on the Thursday last week and didn't make the squad for the match at Dingwall against Ross County. So he's back in training, should be back in training on Thursday. And Scott Robertson just got a bit of a hamstring that he came off with on Saturday. And disappointing because he was in the powerhouse of the midfield and the engine room and doing very well with Liam Craig. But Owen Tudor-Jones came on and did very well, particularly when we went down to 10 men. But we're confident that Scott will be fit for Saturday. Like I say, Kevin will be back into the squad as well, so we'll be boosted by their return.
And can you just tell the Hibernian TV viewers a bit more about James McPake's absence as well? What's the story there, Terry? Yeah,
well, James trained last week and 2 weeks ago, and his back flared up again, and he was going to have an operation at the end of last season, but because he played quite a few games, we felt, well, it wasn't. Perhaps the rest over the summer would be good. It hasn't been the case. He's had quite a few other injections and other things as well this season, so it's come back to the scenario where an operation now is hopefully going to sort things out, and he can get back to action next year, and we're looking forward to that very much. He's been a very good captain for Hibernian Football Club. Now he's not the captain, and Liam Craig is. He's helped Liam out enormously with the tasks and what to do, and he's been fantastic. So we'll look forward to him coming back, and hopefully the operation will be a success.
Finally, obviously the under-20s are in action tonight against Dunfermline. Tim Clancy, is he likely to play, and who else from the first team squad will be involved, do you feel?
Well, Sean Murdoch will play in goal. I haven't seen Sean play yet, and Tim Clancy, I haven't seen him play yet. Dean Horrobin will play as well, and Rowan Vine will play up front with Jason Cummings. So I'm quite excited about that. And Jason was with the squad, didn't make the bench on Saturday, but had to sing a song on the bus on the way home. So hopefully he'll play better than he's singing, apparently. So he wasn't the best, but no, it's good. We've got good options, and with the 20s doing well last week as well, winning 4-0. Hopefully they can continue winning.
Where do you see Rowan Vine in terms of his positional future here at the club? Is he a wide player? Is he a striker? Where do you see him?
Well, he can play in both positions, really, and he's got vast experience. He's a player that's got a good touch, good vision. He's working very hard as well as all the players. And like I say, I've been excited and really surprised by the fitness levels of the players, and their attitude has been spot on. It really has. They're a great group of lads to work with, and that's really pleasurable when you see them go out and train and put everything into what they do. And we're seeing that come into transfer onto the playing surface when it comes to first team games. Their attitude has been the same. So, and that's exactly what we wanted. We wanted them to train the way that we want them to play. So there's a smooth transition between training and playing. So I think that's a good sort of benchmark. And everybody's reached that. Everybody's getting better and stronger. So hopefully the quality will improve, the fitness will definitely improve, and the understanding will improve too. Just
one final question: how excited are you about your home debut in charge of Hibs?
Yeah, Morris and I have been talking about it. It's nice. We have to go in the right dressing room this time instead of the away dressing room. So, well, mind you, we were there for the semi-final this year in January. So it'd be lovely. It'd be wonderful. It's been a long time coming, 3.5 weeks, and it's we've had 2 away games, so we've got the order in place for what we do there. The sort of the timetables and everything else, logistics, but we haven't quite done that for the home game yet. So it's going to be a unique experience, a different experience for us, but hopefully a special one. We want to make it a special day. We want to put on a performance that will excite the fans and get us 3 points and move us up the table, and that's what we're looking to do. We're looking to climb all the time, and we're looking to climb in terms of our performance as well. And we're building up from St Mirren to Ross County and hopefully now to Partick Thistle, getting better and getting stronger.